ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं
शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये।
So, we were in the 5th shloka. Please repeat after me once. Swayambhu Shambhuradityah Pushkaraksho Mahaswanah Anadinidhanodhata Vidhata Dhaturuttamah. This 5th shloka of Sahasranamam is the frame okay? I think it's tilted to the left, to your left. Okay, no problem. So this 5th shloka contains namas number 37 to 45. There are totally 9 namas in this shloka, and we began with the first of those 9, that is the 37th nama, which is Swayambhuhu. Swayambhuhu means self-existent. Swayameva bhavati iti Swayambhuhu. The one who is self-existent, meaning self-existent means he was not created by anybody. He is the one who has manifested as everything in this Srishti, and he was not created. He was the one who created everything, while he does not have a creator. Swayambhuhu. And Shankara adds, Sarvesham upari bhavati itiva swayambhuhu. He is also called Swayambhu because he exists above everything. Upari bhavati, Sarvesham upari bhavati. Because he is superior to the created entities. Therefore, he is called Swayambhuhu, and there is none superior to him. He is superior to all. Swayambhuhu, that is the 37th nama. 38th nama, Shambhuhu. Shambhu means giver of happiness. Sham means Sukham. And Shankara says, Sham Sukham Bhaktanam Bhavayati iti Shambhuhu. He is the one who gives Sukha to all his Bhaktas. Sukha meaning Karma Phala. Karma Phala. Sukha can be translated or meant as Karma Phala. He being the Karma Phala Dhata, Bhagavan gives the Punya Phala, the fructification of the Punya for all his Bhaktas in the form of Sukham. It can be understood this way, or there is another way of understanding Sukha Pradatha. Bhagavan being the Jnana Phaladata also, he is the bestower of the highest sukham to all his bhaktas. The highest sukham is moksha. And the phalan of jnana being moksha and Bhagavan being also jnana phaladata, he bestows moksha to his highest bhaktas, those who come to know about him rather than asking something else and attaining some other material sukha through him. And one gains karma pala with his grace as much as one gains the karma pala with his grace, one also gains jnana pala, that is moksha, also with his grace only. You know, there is a text called Viveka Chudamani, and Shankara begins, it is a work of Adi Shankaracharya, and it is a wonderful text of about 580 shlokas, which is a comprehensive Vedanta Grantha, Viveka Chudamani. And in Viveka Chudamani, Shankara begins Viveka Chudamani. In the third shloka, he says, Durlabam trayame vaitat devanugraha hetukam. He says there are three things which are very, very rare, which is obtained by, which is acquired by one merely out of the grace of Ishvara. Deva anugraha hetukam. And they are, Shankara says, Manushyatvam, Mumukshutvam, Mahapurusha Samshrayaha. Manushyatvam is not human birth, it is being human in human birth. There is a Tamil poet named Avayar who said, getting a human birth itself is rare. Aridu aridu manidanai pirattal aridu. Here Shankara says that even is not, doesn't seem to be so rare. What is rare is being human, having taken human birth. And what is rarer is being a mumukshu, having the urge to learn Shastram. Having the urge for freedom is being mumukshu, and where one is a mumukshu and he learns that moksha is only through jnana, he has an urge to study Shastram, and because of the urge to study Shastram, he gets the third, which is the rarest combination. Manushyatvam, Mumukshutvam, and he gets a Sampradaya Acharya, Mahapurusha Samshrayaha. Therefore, all these three are acquired by one. One is bestowed with all these three only because of the grace of Ishvara. Ishvara is both the Karma Paladhata and also the Jnana Paladhata, and therefore he is Shambhuhu. Shambhuhu, the bestower, the giver of happiness to his bhaktas. There are, in Nyaya Shastra, there are two Nyayas that they talk about. There are many Nyayas. Here we are talking about two Nyayas that occur in the Nyaya Shastra. Nyaya Shastra means the Shastra that deals with logic. Okay? So, there is one logic called Markataka Nyayaha. Markataka Nyayaha. Ma-ir-ka-ta-ka Nyayaha. Okay? Markataka. M-A-R-K-A-T-A. Markataka. Yeah, I spelled it right. And there is another Nyaya called Marjaraka. M-A-R-J-A-R-A-K-A. Marjaraka Nyayaha. Okay. Now, what are these two Nyayas? Easy. That it's something that we have already seen. Just that these two words are new for us. That's all. Markataka Nyaya means, have you seen monkey and monkey's kid? Okay, the small monkey, the baby monkey. How does they both the mother monkey and the child monkey travel together? The baby monkey holds on to the mother monkey. It hugs the mother monkey tight, and the mother monkey jumps from tree to tree, from branch to branch, from tree to tree, sometimes even over the compound wall, right? And nothing happens to the baby because the baby holds the mom tight. This is called Markataka Nyaya. Just like the way the baby monkey holds on to the mother monkey. And there is another Nyaya we saw called Marjaraka Nyaya. This is like how the cat holds on to the kitten. The kitten doesn't hold on to the cat. Okay, what happens? The cat catches the kitten here. Have you seen? Baby cat, such a small kitten, a newborn perhaps. It holds here, but nothing will happen to the baby. How does it hold? It doesn't have hands to hold. The mother holds on with her mouth, right? It holds here and she runs carrying her baby, and nothing happens to the baby. The baby will be safe even in the jaws of the mother. So now Bhagavan holds on to me just like the way the mother cat holds on to her kitten. Okay, because I am so enamored by these worldly pleasures and enjoyments that I tend to forget his existence, and I go behind all these enjoyments, forgetting the presence of God. And therefore, what Bhagavan does, he holds on to me. He teaches the right lessons at the right time. He gives me the correct mindset that is required at every time. If it needs, to make me cry to understand certain things, to make me feel little bit of pain to learn certain lessons, he gives that to me like a mother, only to help me understand that he is my goal, and he is not only my goal is to understand that he is me, myself itself. That is where I have to get to. So to get me to this goal, he helps me in surrendering to him in the initial stages. I even forget to do namaskara to Ishvara every day, right? So he helps me in doing that. This is like the Marjaraka Nyayaha, like the cat holding on to the kitten. But I just cannot let my life go that way. That Bhagavan will hold on to me, Bhagavan will take care. That is just not the way I can leave things. I should respond with the Markataka Nyaya, just like the way the monkey holds on to his or her mother. I should cling on to Bhagavan. I should do namaskara and get his grace. And there is this beautiful example of the confluence of a river that is given when, as much as I put in efforts to get his grace, to acquire the required qualifications for studying this knowledge, for studying Shastram, for understanding the Mahavakya, that I, the Jivatma, is already one with Paramatma. As much as I put in more efforts, it is the example generally given in this context is the confluence of a river with the ocean. If you take Ganga, for example, where she meets Ganga Sagar, that place itself is called Ganga Sagaram, the confluence of Ganga with what is today called as the Bay of Bengal, with the Samudra. It is not that the river comes and she just meets the Samudram and she just joins the Samudram. the river flows down with such a great current and speed, and after some time, even several kilometers before the Samudram, there is so much of calmness in the flow of the river. There is so much of calmness, and even for some 10-20 kilometers or even much more before the confluence of the river, several hundred kilometers before the confluence of the river, the water is salty. The Ganga water gets salty. You know, it is a scene where you are actually not able to figure out whether Ganga goes into the Samudra Raja or the Samudra Raja has come all the way to embrace Ganga. Just like that, while I am giving all my efforts to understand Mahavakya, it is as though Bhagavan himself, he comes and he embraces me in making me understand the meaning of Mahavakya. That I understand the meaning and I live the meaning for the rest of my life. So, he is Shambhuhu, the bestower of the greatest sukha, that is moksha. That is the 38th nama. 39th nama, Adityaha. This nama Adityaha occurs for one more time in Vishnu Sahasranamam. The 39th nama here occurs as the 563rd nama. 563 is also Adityaha, but it comes with a different meaning there. We will see that there. This is just a piece of information. Here, in the 39th nama, Shankara says, Aditya Mandala Antastaha Hiranmayaha Purushaha. He says, in the solar disk, Aditya Mandalaha Antastaha Hiranmayaha Purushaha. This sun is the sun that brightens up, lights up the entire solar system, is often given as an example for me to understand the principle of light, the Prakasha Swarupa of Chaitanyam, the illumination principle, the Prakasha Chaitanya Swarupam. Therefore, Shastra gives the example of the physical sun as an object to be meditated upon. You have Aditya Upasana, Surya Upasana, and where the sun is taken as an object of meditation, as a lingam, as a symbol for Ishvara himself. So the symbol is Surya Devata, Surya Bhagavan, the solar disk, and Ishvara is meditated upon the sun. He being, when you meditate upon Ishvara on a particular object of meditation, on a particular symbol, there has to be similarities, right? Why would you equate Ishvara to Surya Devata and meditate? Surya Bhagavan is the center of the solar system, as much as that Ishvara is the center of all activities. Without him, there is no activity. Without Surya Devata, without the sun rising at all, the sun coming up at all, there is no day. That is why he is called Divakaraha or Dinakaraha. Diva, Divas or Dina means the day. He is the one who makes your day, right? He is the one who makes the day for all. So, similar to Surya Bhagavan, Ishvara is the center of all activities. Without Ishvara, without Chaitanyam, nothing can be done. And this is taken up for Upasana. And later on, a person who has done this Upasana and who comes for this knowledge and attains this knowledge, Taittiriya Upanishad Brahmananda Valli gives the Mahavakya using this Surya Devata, says, Sayascha yam purushe yascha savaditye sa ekaha. Says, that Chaitanyam that enlivens this body is the Chaitanyam that enlivens Surya Devata. There Surya Devata is looked upon as Hiranyagarbha, Ishvara himself. And this person understands that the Chaitanyam that enlivens this body is the all-pervading consciousness. And both are one and the same. This is the first definition that is given by Shankara. Aditya Mandala Antastaha Hiranmayaha Purushaha, the golden sun. Right? That is the first definition given by Shankara for Adityaha. The second definition, he says, Dvadasha Adityeshu Vishnuhu. There are different groups in Devatas. One of the group is called Aditya. The group itself is called Aditya. And there are 12 Devatas who make up the group of Aditya. And in the 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan says, Adityanam aham Vishnuhu. Of the 12 Adityas, I am Vishnuhu. So Shankara quotes that here. And he says, of the 12, Dvadasha Adityeshu Vishnuhu. He is Vishnuhu. And the third meaning Shankara gives for Aditya is Aditya Sadharmyatva Adityaha. Because Bhagavan is just like how one sun is there in the sky and you see many reflections. Say you have many mirrors below and you have many reflections of that one sun. Just the same way, one Chaitanyam, one all-pervading Chaitanyam that enlivens so many bodies, that pervades and enlivens so many bodies, and each body behaves like a separate entity, a separate Chaitanyam, right? As though that Chaitanyam is different from this Chaitanyam. It is actually one all-pervading consciousness. Just like how each and every mirror behaves like a separate source of light, as though it has its light originally. But the light is actually a borrowed light, right? Originally it is the light of the sun. Similarly, all these bodies that are live and active are because of that one all-pervading Chaitanyam, which is Vishnu. This is the 39th Nama, Adityaha. The 40th Nama, Pushkarakshaha. Pushkarakshaha means the lotus-eyed. This also occurs as the 556th Nama. And this lotus-eyed meaning he has got gentle eyes. Now what does this imply? This implies that these kind of descriptions of Ishvara, these namas of Ishvara are given for the purpose of Upasana, to meditate upon his Ekarupa. This is the 40th Nama. 41st Nama is Mahaswanaha. Mahaswanaha means he is the one who has a very great, adorable voice. Who has heard Bhagavan's voice? Have you called up him and spoken to him? Have you heard his voice? How do you say that he has got such an adorable voice, a great voice? This means all the 4 Vedas are from him. And all the 4 Vedas are in the form of Shabda. Swana means Shabda. Vedas were originally in Shabda Rupa. Later on, the practice of writing came. Until then, it was only in the form of Shabda. It was recited and repeated. It was taught by word of mouth, by way of recitation. And in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, it says Veda is like the breath of Ishvara. Nishvasita Nyayaha. Veda is like the breath of Ishvara, just like how one effortlessly breathes. You don't take any special effort in breathing in and breathing out, right? Just the same way, Bhagavan effortlessly, just like the way he breathes, he reveals the Vedas. The Vedas are revealed by Bhagavan, and there is no other way to know Bhagavan other than through the Vedas. Shastra Yonitvad. Vyasacharya says in Brahma Sutra. He is known through the Vedas. That is the 41st Nama, Mahaswanaha. 42nd Nama, Anadi Nidhanaha. Anadi Nidhanaha means one who is without birth or death. One who does not have birth or death. One who is not subjected to birth or death. How do you say Bhagavan is not subjected to birth or death? There are so many avatara. Rama was born, Krishna was born. There are so many. We still celebrate Ramanavami and Janmashtami. How do you say? And also we celebrate Hanumat Jayanti. How do you say Bhagavan was not born? Avatara. Bhagavan takes avatara, meaning he assumes a body, he manifests in a particular form out of his own will. This is what we saw in the previous class when we saw Narasimha Vapuhu. We saw the story of Prahlada. And Bhagavan manifests in the form, in any form, out of his own will. And the manifestation is called by us, called by the bhaktas as his birth. And his unmanifestation, when he disappears, that is referred to as death by us. In reality, Bhagavan has got no birth, no death. There is no Adi, there is no Nidhana. In his real nature, there is no birth or death. Anadi Nidhanaha. That is the 42nd Nama. 43rd, 44th and 45th, we will see them together. Dhata, Vidhata and Dhaturuttamaha. Dhata. Dhata comes for one more time as the 951st Nama. 951 is again Data. Here it is 43. It comes as 951. Vidata also comes for one more time. Here it is the 44th. It again comes as the 484th. Okay. So what is Data? Data means he is the supporter of this universe. Data means supporter of this universe. And what is Vidhata here in 44? Vidhata means he is the giver of the fruits of action. I enjoy a particular situation or a result, or I suffer a pain. This is because now I enjoy or suffer is because of my own karma. And it need not be the karma that I performed in the near past. It need not be the karma that I performed just from my birth, for this janma alone. It can be the result of a karma from a remote past. Similarly, today's karma, the karma that I do in the present, may or may not fructify immediately. It may fructify later in this janma itself, or it may fructify in the future janmas, whenever the environment is conducive. Now, as the law of karma, he being the karma paladata as well as the law of karma itself, He is both the Niyanta and the Niyati itself. He, as the law of karma, he is the Vidhata, the giver of the fruits of my own actions. And the 45th nama, Dhaturuttamaha. Dhaturuttamaha is split as it's one word. It can be split as Dhatuhu and Uttamaha. Here, Dhatuhu means the creator, the Chaturmukha Brahmadeva, Brahmaji. And Uttamaha means Dhatuhu Uttamaha. Dhaturuttamaha means he who is superior to Brahmaji. He who is superior to the creator Brahmadeva, Chaturmukha Brahmadeva. How is Bhagavan superior to Chaturmukha Brahmadeva? Bhagavan reclines in a very beautiful spring bed. His spring bed is called Adi Shesha or Ananta Naga. The name of the Naga is Ananta Naga. And he reclines on that bed, and from his navel comes a lotus, and Brahmaji is born out of him. Right? Therefore, he is superior to Brahmaji because he is the one who is supporting Brahmaji. Without him, Brahmaji will not be there. Brahmaji would not have come, and without him, Brahmaji would not be sitting right up there. He is the supporter. He is the base for Brahmaji. Therefore, he is superior to Brahmaji. Now, the entire thing is supported by Anantanaga because Bhagavan is resting on Anantanaga. So, Anantanaga is holding both Bhagavan and Brahmaji. Does that mean Anantanaga is superior to Bhagavan? No. Although he is represented as somebody who is reclining on Anantanaga and Anantanaga is supporting him, in reality, the very existence of Anantanaga is because of Bhagavan. Therefore, he is superior to all. When we say he is superior to the Creator himself, he is superior to everything. That is the 7th shloka, up to Nama 45. Now, that is the 5th shloka. Now the 6th shloka. Aprameyo Hrishikeshaha Padmanabho Maraprabhuhu Vishvakarma Manustvashta Stavishtastaviro Dhruvaha. This 6th shloka again has 9 namas. So this will cover nama number 46 to nama number 54. The 46th nama is Aprameyaha. Aprameyaha. Prameya means object of knowledge. And this is an earthenware tumbler, right? I know this object. This is an object of my knowledge. When I say I know this, I see this. So this becomes an object of my knowledge. I am the subject and this becomes an object. Object of knowledge is called prameya in Sanskritam, and the subject, who is the knower, is called pramata. The knowledge is called prama. Okay, so here Bhagavan is referred to with the name Aprameyaha. So prameya means objects, pramata. Prameya means known, pramata means knower, prama means knowledge, and pramana means the instrument of knowledge. In this example, my eyes are the pramana because I see this. This is prameya, I am pramata, And the knowledge, the very knowledge that this is an earthenware tumbler is Brahma. Okay, I hope I am clear. Pramana, the sense organs. The sense organs reveals prameya, the object. Right? Any object is revealed by the pramana, sense object. The five senses we have, they are called jnanendriya because they give you knowledge about five fields in this universe. Shabda, sparsha, rupa, rasa, gandha. Five fields are there. In the field of colors and forms, field of sound, field of smell, field of taste, and field of touch. In these five fields, these senses give you the knowledge. Therefore, they are called jnanendriya. Jnanendriya. Now, Bhagavan, is he known through sight? Is he an object of sight? Is he known through by seeing? No. Is he known through hearing, through sound? Do you say, I know Bhagavan because I heard him? I know Bhagavan because I smell him? I know Bhagavan because I felt him? No. And lastly, I know Bhagavan because I tasted him? No way. Right? So, how is Bhagavan known? Bhagavan is not an object in any of these five fields, and we as human beings have only these five sense organs to know anything around. That which does not fall under the ambit of these five fields, we have absolutely no knowledge of that, and we don't have an instrument to know that. Right? If at all there is a sixth field that exists in this srishti, for us it does not exist because we don't have a way to know it. Right? So, Bhagavan is not somebody who is perceived through sense organs, because he does not fall under the field of, he is not an object that falls under the field of Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa or Gandha. In fact, he is because of whom I am able to see, I am able to hear, I am able to smell, I am able to feel, and I am able to taste. If all the sense organs function this way, it is because of him. And these sense organs who function because of him cannot know him. Swami Chinmayananda gives a wonderful example for this. I love this example. You know, there was a dark room, absolutely dark, pitch dark. Okay, the power has gone off, and it is an Amavasya night where you don't even have the natural lighting. Okay, and you had to enter the room to get something that you were searching for. So what this person did, this person had a flashlight in his hand. Okay, we call it as torch in India, and in US you call it flashlight. Okay, so he switched on the flashlight, and he was finding, and he found whatever he got, whatever he was searching for, he found it. And then he was so impressed with the flashlight, the quality and everything. It is so nice to handle. Perhaps the first time he used it after somebody gifted him that, and he felt even the quality of the battery is very good. You know, that is what somebody told him, and he wanted to know which brand this battery is. You know, that it is working so wonderfully. So what he did, he opened the rear end of the flashlight and he took the battery off to see what is the brand of the battery. Right? Because it is dark, he has to see it in the light only. Now, can the torch illuminate the battery? Can the flashlight illuminate the battery? It cannot. Because it is because of the battery that the torch or the flashlight itself functions as a flashlight. Therefore, the flashlight is incapable of illuminating the battery. Just the same way, it is because of Bhagavan, it is because of him that all these five senses function, and these five senses are simply incapable of knowing him, of illuminating him. And there is no need of one to know. Now he is using the flashlight. Will he ever have a doubt whether there is battery in the flashlight? Will he ever have a doubt? No. Is there battery? Yes, there is battery. Did you see it? No, I don't have to see it to say it. Why do I have to see it? I don't have to see it. How do you say? Because the flashlight is working. You don't have to see the battery. Because the flashlight is working itself implies that there is battery. Okay. So, just the same way, is Bhagavan there? Is Bhagavan there? Have you seen Bhagavan? No, I don't have to see Bhagavan. I am there, no. I am there. I am talking. I am able to talk. I am able to listen. I am able to see. That is good enough to know his existence, to understand his existence. He is the Pratyagatma who illuminates my senses, my antakarana, my mind, my memory, my buddhi, everything. They function in the way they have to function. It is all because of him. And he who is behind the functioning of all my faculties cannot become an object that is known through these faculties. Cannot be a prameya, an object of knowledge for any of these instruments. Therefore, he is aprameya. He is not an object of knowledge, meaning he is self-evident. Aprameya therefore means self-evident. That is the 46th nama. 47th nama, Hrishikeshaha. Hrishikeshaha means Hrishikani indriyani tesham ishaha. Hrishikani means sense organs, indriyani. And he is the Ishaha, the Lord of all these. Tesham Ishaha, the Lord of these Indriyas. Indriya meaning my senses, all my faculties. Not merely eyes, ears, nose, not merely Jnanendriya, also the Karmendriya, my hands, legs, the walk, everything. And not only just the Jnanendriya or the organs of knowledge, Karmendriya, also the internal organs, the antakarana, which is the mind, the emotional faculty, the buddhi, the intellect, the chitta, the memory, all these are controlled by him. He is the controller of all these. How does he control all these? Where does he sit to operate all these with a remote control? No. We saw that he is the kshetrajnaha. He is the indweller in every body. And being the kshetrajnaha, he is Hrishikeshaha. This is the first meaning. The second meaning is, Keshaha means rays. R-A-Y-S, rays. Just like the rays from the sun and the moon. And he who is also in the form of the sun and the moon, through the rays, he makes everyone Hrishtaha, happy. Kesha means rays, Hrishta means happy. Therefore, Hrishikeshaha means he is the one who makes everyone happy by blessing them with his grace. Hrishikeshaha, that is the 47th nama. 48th nama, Padmanabhaha. This nama is not only the 48th nama, but also occurs for 2 more times in Sahasranamam with different meanings. Okay, it also occurs as the 196th nama and also the 346th Nama. Now here the meaning in the 48th Nama, Padmanabha means Padma and Nabha, a lotus in his navel. Now, lotus in his navel, what does this imply? The lotus is a symbol of the entire universe, including the creator also. That is why Brahmaji is sitting inside the lotus. Okay, so the lotus including the creator of the lotus, Brahmaji, the universe including the creator of the universe, and all are in the Nabhi of Bhagavan. The Nabhi is the cause of the creation, represents the Karana Tattva, the cause of the creation, and Bhagavan is the truth of everything. He represents the Adhisthana, the truth of everything. Thus, Padmanabha, the 48th Nama. 49th Nama is Amara Prabhu. Amara Prabhu, Shankara says, Amaranam Prabhu, Amara Prabhu. Amaranam. Amara means one who is immortal. Na Maraha, right? Na Martyaha is Amaraha. One who is immortal. Now, who is immortal? Generally, this word is referred, generally Devatas are given this name, right? Devata are referred as Amara. Why are the Devatas really immortal? Now, this is relative immortality, okay? Compared to us, they have a very, very long life. Just like we say a permanent job, permanent address, right? Just the same way, the job is really not permanent. The address is really not permanent, but relatively longer period. Therefore, it is called permanent. Just the same way, because Devatas have relatively longer life, relatively immortal, therefore they are referred to as Amaraha, Amaraha. Amaranam Prabhu. Of the Devatas, he is the Lord. Devom ke Dev Mahadev. Amara Prabhu. 50th Nama, Vishwakarma. Vishwakarma means creator of the universe. Vishwam karma kriyate yasya. Vishwam means all. And whatever karma is done by anyone, because Bhagavan is in the form of this universe, whatever karma is done by anyone are all included in him. Therefore, he is Vishwakarma. This is the first meaning that Shankara gives. The second meaning he says is the entire world itself is the accomplishment of Ishvara. How? He is the Srishtikarta. He is the one who made this universe. So this entire universe is his accomplishment. And how is this universe? Vishwa. Vishwa also means big. Therefore, his karma is all very, very big. Any karma that Ishvara does is not a small one. It is the biggest karma. Srishti, Sthiti, Laya. The biggest karma of all. This is the second meaning. The third meaning Shankara gives here for Vishwakarma is Vichitra Nirmana Shakti Matvat Vichitra Karmaha. Bhagavan not only does a great karma, he also has a wonderful capacity to create this universe with so many varieties. Oh my God, so many species. And even in one species, you have so many varieties. You take one banana. It is not just one variety that you have in banana. In banana, you have so many varieties. You take mango, and that is going to be the upcoming season here in India. You will have mango festivals in places like Hyderabad and Mumbai. Oh my God, exhibitions of mango. You simply get to see some 300, 400 varieties of mango. 300, 400 varieties. And this is all after so much of destruction that has happened to agriculture. Okay? Perhaps we had more. And everything, you already have so many species. And you have so many varieties in every species. Everything is so different in its appearance, in its taste, in its glory. Everything is so different. And every part of this universe is so orderly, is so purposeful. Who can make this? And just look at each and everybody's face. Everybody's face is so different. Everybody's nose is so different. You know, the iris in your eyes, your fingerprint, all these biometrics go to validate every transaction you do these days, right? Your biometric recognition through your phone, your fingerprint, your thumbprint, or any fingerprint, you know, that serves also as a lock for your apps, right? So how is this even possible? There is no duplicate for you that can be created. So orderly, so unique, so wonderful, so purposeful, everything that you take. There are no two identical things. They may look similar, they are not identical. So wonderful. This is the third meaning. And the fourth meaning Shankara gives, Vishwakarma, means he is the architect of this universe. Just like the celestial architect, who is also called Vishwakarma, Bhagavan is the architect of this entire universe. He has created a wonderful structure, a 14-story tower. Bhagavan has created. And what are those 14 stories? Bhuhu, Bhuvaha, Suvaha, Mahaha, Janaha, Tapaha, Satyaloka. And you have another 7. Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Mahatala, Rasatala, Talatala, Patala. Okay, this 14-story loka he has created. He is the architect of this entire universe. Vishwakarma. 51st nama, Manuhu. Manuhu means he is the only thinker. Here Shankara gives 3 meanings for thinker. Manuhu. He says, Mananat Manuhu. One who thinks. In fact, he is the only one who thinks. Brihadaranyaka Upanishad says, Nanyosti Manta. There is no other thinker. The one who thinks is Ishvara. One who enables the thinking itself is Chaitanyam. There is no thinking without Chaitanyam. The second meaning of Manu is one of the Prajapatis. You have the Vaivasvata Manu, the reign of Vaivasvata Manu. From Swayambhuva Manu, you have 14 Manus, and now we are in the reign of the 6th Manu, right? 7th Manu. Vaivasvata Manu. And all his glory, the glory of all the Manus, are the glory of Ishvara. And in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad says, Aham Manuhu Abhavam. Bhagavan says, I only incarnated myself as the Manu. The third meaning Shankara gives here, Manu means mantra. The very mantra is him. He is the very mantras in the Vedas, Manuhu. This is the 51st nama. 52nd nama is Tvashta. Tvashta means one who dissolves everything. Tvaksh means, Tvaksh dhatu means to cut down or to make it thin. To cut down something or to make it thin. Now this creation happened in a krama, right? First Akasha, then Vayu, then Agni, then Jala, then Prithvi. Now dissolution, how does it happen? It happens in the reverse order, right? Vyutkrama. It happens in the reverse order. From subtle to gross is creation, and during dissolution, it goes in from the gross state, from the grossest to the subtlest. And the one who is able to do this is called Tvashta. This is the 52nd nama. 53rd is Stavishtaha. Stavishtaha is the 53rd nama and also the 436th nama. Stavishtaha means the stoutest. How is he the stoutest? He is the entire universe, right? There is nothing more stouter than him. If the entire universe is taken as his body, just what would be his waist in inches? What would be the size of his biceps in inches? He is the stoutest. He is the Virat Purusha. That is the 53rd Nama. 54th. Stavirodhruvaha. Stavirodhruvaha means he is the most ancient and unchanging. He is the most ancient because he was there before everything was born. So he is the most. If you happen to get any fossil of Ishvara and you do a carbon dating, I'm sure you can't get the dating itself, because even the dates were born of him, even time was born of him. It's impossible to get a carbon dating. First of all, it is not possible to get any fossil of Ishvara. Even if you get one, it is impossible to do a carbon dating, because there is nothing that is more ancient than him. He has been ancient and he has been through time, therefore he is unchanging. He doesn't age at all. He doesn't get old at all. He is ever young. Even today we worship him as a yuva, as a baby, and he is, even though birthdays after birthdays happen, Janmashtamis and Ramanavamis we celebrate, he is the one who doesn't get old or who doesn't die. So that is the 6th shloka. Up to 54th nama we have completed. We will take up the other namas in the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Just one announcement I wanted to make. Next week we would not have class. We will resume class the week after. Next week I am scheduled to leave for Mahakumbh, and therefore I request leave from all of you because of the availability of flights and the flight timings. It is not congenial for us to have a class next week same time, because I would be in the airport about to board the flight. Therefore I request 1 week, one class leave, and we will resume Vishnu Sahasranamam class from the week after. Please do let me know if Sunday night India time would be comfortable. We can still have the compensation class. Please do let me know of the alternative time. Maybe we'll work out on an alternative time also, so that we don't get to miss any class because of any reason like this. Hari Om.